All right, I'm on hole number 1 of the Gokasho 9-hole cup in Friday's qualifying round. This is hole number 4 of Gokasho Bay. This may end up in the Gokasho Bay playlist. We'll see. Hole number 4. Let's take a look at it. Hole number 4. So I'm going to do something different on this. I've been laying up here and I already have one posted. This is the traditional shot. Lay up here, take your shot in, hit perfect. Doesn't work if you don't hit perfect. But I'm going to do a max overpower hook shot here. And I'm going to do it with an APOC 5. I'm going to see if we can get this spot. I was just on the phone with my teammate Mike D. And we were talking about this, and he has a shot out here. And I'm gonna try this shot and see the deal. Because this hole, if you got lower developed stuff, it doesn't lend itself to doing a max overpower hook trying to bridge the gap. But I'm not sure on his trajectory if we can get it, where we can get. But we'll check it out. We'll check it out. We'll go in here and just try something. It's no big deal. I think the deal is from pretty much anywhere out there you can recover. Now let's take some accurate stuff. Let's switch this bag up. Let's see here. What do I want to take? I'm going to take a grizzly. And I'm going to take a hornet. I want my usual suspects. And I'm going to take a katana. Now, what are my options here? This is a three side spin. Side spin's the key here. 2 power. I've got some 2 power, but they're low side spin, and side spin's super important here, so we'll try it with a katana. And a katana might be too much ball if you can find the right spot. Now I'm going to hit this. Usually the very first time I do max overpower hook shots, I want to put everything on. I want it to fly as far as it can go because I want to see what trajectory it was on. And so usually at the beginning it's all about trying to find the right trajectory, and once you find the right trajectory, then you can start worrying about distance. You always want to see exactly what's the max that you can get out of the shot. Maybe I can get an opponent. This is crazy. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm ready. Genie. Stony Balonies. Welcome to the channel. Here we go. They go first. Let's see what they can get out there with the white ball. And you can take this. That's the deal on this hole. You don't have to bring anything special. You're trying to get into this area up here in the front. I really thought that maybe the shadow spot would be a better area just from angle to the cut, but I think dead center middle is actually the better spot. I've hit into the shadows, and then my opponent's hit dead center middle, and then I've hit dead center middle, and my opponent hit in the shadows. And any spot down there, you have a really good shot at it, but I think the center spot might be the straightest. All right. And I'm going to do max of everything I can possibly get on that ball. That might be too much. I'm going to leave that wind in. Just get one on video so I can go back and look at where I set it up and where my trajectory was. And I was too far out. By at least a half a ring set. Counting 10 of the rings as a ring set. Well, really, the real way in my mind that I counted is 5 rings as a ring set. Not enough around the corner. I'm going to take that shot in my practice account tomorrow in the final round, and then hopefully with it, because a lot of times it takes me about 3 shots to get to figure out the deal there is it takes me about 3 shots to figure out trajectory, and then it's all about distance. Let's see if I have a shot to get up there. I do. Maybe. Yeah, I'm trying to bounce over that and make an absolute perfect wind adjustment. All right, let's try and get up there. Let's use the wind. Hit it like 75,000 rings good to the left. That's all I needed. It's bleeding out. And I would much rather have a chip from here than a putt. So I'm okay with that. You gotta go out there and try different stuff on holes and check it out. See what works. See what works with your clubs, because everybody's got different level clubs. So like what one person can do or what you can do on one account, and then you got a practice account and it doesn't have the same clubs in it, what you can get done in that account. You may have to do 2 different shots. The cool thing is that sometimes you do the 2 different shots and you figure out something in one. You may be able to switch in your other account. Hitting that 1 ring great to the left. The left and in the hole. Wind was a factor. I think from that distance though, I pulled the ring set back. That's why I put so much topspin on it, and I kept it on there, is because the closer you can get that ring set to you, the smaller the ring set, the more accurate the club gets. And you can get to the point where a great to the left or the right will still go in. Whereas if I would have ran that up and maybe put 1 backspin on it and ran it up to the front, wind may have been a bigger factor, to the point where you could set it up so that a great on one side or the other would go in and a perfect would go in, but you wouldn't be able to get all 3. All right, that was hole number 1 of Gokasho Bay. I'm going to keep trying that max fire hook shot, because I don't think, I suppose you could end up in a spot of bother out there. If you ended up in the sand, your sand wedge, especially if you have a Spitfire, it doesn't hit as far, but it has a lot more topspin, so you may be able to get more done with the topspin and still be able to recover. But I'm going to keep going for it. I think in these 9-hole cups on these holes, there's a bunch of holes in this tournament that you can absolutely go for it, and I'm going to go for it on every one of them. As long as I can recover, and get back the minimum score, the risk versus reward is that if I make 3 of the 5 or 6 that I'm going for, that's 3 eagles, or that's 3 shots that I picked up. And so I'm gonna go for it on every hole. All right, that was hole number 1, Gokasho Bay, and that was hole number 4 of the Gokasho Bay course. Thanks for watching.